The war with Iran intensified after a US F-15E Strike Eagle was shot down over Iran on April 3rd, risking further US operations and intelligence. But by April 5th, the United States military rescued both the fighter pilots operating the US F-15E. But how? Well, it is definitely a must-tell story. The two crew members of the fighter jet had both fled from the cockpit as soon as Iran's military struck their aircraft. The jet's pilot was quickly rescued, but its weapons systems officer went missing. Finding the downed airman was the US military's biggest priority during these 2 days. After ejecting from the F-15E Strike Eagle, the soldier hid in a mountain crevice, behind enemy lines, as Trump calls it. Initially, his location was unknown to both the Iranians and the American troops trying to save him. According to a New York Times report, the airman dodged Iranian forces for more than 24 hours, at one point trekking along a 7,000-foot ridge. He was equipped with a beacon and a secure communication device for coordinating with forces during the search operations. However, he limited the use of his beacon, as Iranian forces might have detected its signal. As per NYT reports, the CIA launched a deception campaign to mislead Iranian forces, making them believe the airman had already been rescued and was leaving the country in a ground convoy. The agency later located the airman's hiding spot and shared the details with the Pentagon, which then carried out the rescue mission. The mission deployed dozens of US warplanes, helicopters, and advanced cyber, space, and intelligence capabilities. US attack aircraft struck Iranian convoys with bombs and gunfire to prevent them from reaching the airman's location. As commandos approached, they fired to deter Iranian forces, but avoided direct combat. Finally, Navy SEAL Team 6 commandos rescued the officer inside Iran, and he was then flown to Kuwait for medical care. In a final turn of events, after the weapons officer was rescued, 2 transport planes meant to evacuate the team became stranded at a remote base in Iran. Commanders then brought in 3 additional aircraft to extract all personnel, and blew up the disabled planes to prevent them from falling into Iranian hands. In a long Truth Social post, Trump announced the successful rescue operation and affirmed, "We will never leave an American warfighter behind. I am thrilled to let you know he is now safe and sound," Trump wrote on Truth Social, and boasted about the lethality of the US military. The rescue operation was as crucial for US soldiers as it was for Trump. Otherwise, it could cost him his presidency. Rewind back a little. In 1979, Iranian revolutionaries took 52 American embassy employees hostage for 444 days. In retaliation, Operation Eagle Claw, launched on April 24, 1980, under then-President Jimmy Carter, the mission failed miserably, and the US looked weak on the world stage. Post which, the US military reinforced a core principle, leave no man behind, which helped better trust building and coordination in the Army. Hence, the rescue operation saved Trump as well. Earlier, on April 1st, Trump, in a primetime address, repeatedly boasted about US military capabilities.
Our objectives are very simple and clear. We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project power outside of their borders. That means eliminating Iran's Navy, which is now absolutely destroyed, hurting their Air Force and their missile program at levels never seen before, and annihilating their defense industrial base. We've done all of it. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Their missiles are just about used up or beaten. Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military, crush their ability to support terrorist proxies and deny them the ability to build a nuclear bomb. Our armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been anything like it militarily. Everyone is talking about it, and tonight I'm pleased to say that these core strategic objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the 13 American warriors who have laid down their lives in this fight to prevent our children from ever having to face a nuclear Iran. Twice this past month, I have traveled to Dover Air Force Base, and it's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, their wives, their husbands. We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission for which they gave their lives. And every single one of the people, their loved ones said, "Please, sir, please finish the job," every one of them. And we are going to finish the job, and we're going to finish it very fast. We're getting very close. I want to thank our allies in the Middle East, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. They've been great, and we will not let them get hurt or fail in any way, shape, or form. Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers in neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict. This is yet more proof that Iran can never be trusted with nuclear weapons. They will use them, and they will use them quickly. It would lead to decades of extortion, economic pain, and instability worse than we can ever imagine. The United States has never been better prepared economically to confront this threat. You all know that. We built the strongest economy in history. We're going through it right now, the strongest in history. In 1 year, we've taken a dead and crippled country. I hate to say that, but we were a dead and crippled country after the last administration and made it the hottest country anywhere in the world by far, with no inflation, record-setting investments coming into the United States, over $18 trillion, and the highest stock market ever, with 53 all-time record highs in just 1 year. It all positioned us to get rid of a cancer that has long simmered. It's known as the nuclear Iran, and they didn't know what was coming. They've never imagined it. Remember, because of our drill baby drill program, America has plenty of gas. We have so much gas. Under my leadership, we are #1 producer of oil and gas on the planet, without even discussing the millions of barrels that we're getting from Venezuela. Because of the Trump administration's policies, we produce more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. Think of that, Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. And that number will soon be substantially higher than that. There's no country like us anywhere in the world, and we're in great shape for the future. The United States imports almost no oil through the Hormuz Strait, and won't be taking any in the future. We don't need it. We haven't needed it, and we don't need it. We've beaten and completely decimated Iran. They are decimated, both militarily and economically and in every other way. And the countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They must cherish it. They must grab it and cherish it. They can do it easily. We will be helpful, but they should take the lead in protecting the oil that they so desperately depend on. So to those countries that can't get fuel, many of which refuse to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. #1, buy oil from the United States of America. We have plenty. We have so much. And #2, build up some delayed courage. Should have done it before. Should have done it with us, as we asked. Go to the Strait and just take it, protect it, use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done, so it should be easy. And in any event, when this conflict is over, the Strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing, and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices will rapidly go back up. They haven't come down very much, frankly. They came down a little bit, but they've had some very good days over the last couple of days. We've done actually much better than I thought, but we had to take that little journey to Iran to get rid of this horrible threat. With our historic tax cuts, where people are just now talking about receiving larger refunds than they ever thought possible, they are getting so much more money than they thought. That's from the great big beautiful bill. Our economy is strong and improving by the day, and it will soon be roaring back like never before. It will top the levels that it was a month ago. I've made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that we will continue until our objectives are fully achieved. Thanks to the progress we've made